All right, everybody, my name is Spooky. You know what it is. We are back with another game of May. Now, this is going to be another talk through. We are going to be thinking a little bit outside of the box here. Who are we playing against? We got a Rhine, Junk, Ash, Kiri, Zenyatta. Well, we're rocking the Junker Queen, May, Soldier, Moira, Ana. So what we're kind of thinking about is how mainly our team is going to be playing into this. Now, Rhine Shield probably isn't going to exist that much, but we are going to be taking a lot of spam in the process. Junker Queen, I could see playing really aggressive. Now, it is going to depend on how the Reinhardt plays around this. Does he go for like a dive speed, or does he go for like a passive self-heal or a fire strike build or just a swing build? Is really going to depend on what we're doing. I think what I'd like to do, since they're running the Junk and the Ash, what we'll probably end up doing, and this is going to be kind of weird, is that we'll probably end up just doing more of like a machine gun May kind of build. And we haven't really gotten to work with this that much recently, so we're actually going to be building this from scratch today, and updating our machine gun May build. So it looks like that's probably what we'll end up doing. So we're going to be spending a lot of time spamming. No really reason for any lifesteal that we might need. I don't really plan on playing super close, so we should get plenty of support from our healers as we play this. So let's get into round one. Let's see how they're playing. Let's collect some information, shall we, about what kind of enemy team we're playing against. Ryan's already in, so he's ready to go. He's waving the hello on the front line, so you know this guy plays a lot of Reinhardt, man. He's ready to go. He's like, I am so excited to be here. Let's hit him with a little iceberg, help our queen finish that up. Nice and easy. So it's all about timing there, you know? Make sure we get that timing at the wall, and the Junker Queen when she gets aggressive. You know if she's going to pop that shell, she's probably going to get kind of aggressive, so make sure we get that in there. So we've got our Ana on the payload, so I'm going to push up here. Again, remember, this is a rule of thumb to all players out there. It is a great habit to get into that when you win a team fight, to push up and try to hold space or look for picks. Leave one person on payload. So I see a lot of players in stadiums stacking up 3 people on the payload while 2 people pushing up. That is the easiest way for your team to get picked. So if you see your team pushing up, just go up with them. If there's already somebody on the payload, just get up in there, you know? Get on up in there. I'm going to wall this off just because the Ash is kind of annoying me right now. And we're going to back up a little bit. Remember, we don't need to really play super close to get a lot of our value against this. The more we kind of open ourselves up to the damage from like the Junk and the Ash, the higher chance we have of dying. That's just a juicer wall right there, dude. You know? And I will say, I've always said this, man. The strongest thing of part of May's kit is her wall. If you can use that wall and you can get value from it, dude, you can really mess up some teams. So I like to make sure if I hit those walls, I definitely hit some good ones as often as I can, right? The more walls I can hit, the more chances we have to win. So I like to do that. So Ryan already got in. He got our Moira, so we are going to be a little bit lower on the heals. So you're going to be aware of that for our Ana. She is going to be trying to keep up our JQ as well. I'm going to wall this off just to help our queen solo this Ryan fight here a little bit. There you go. Just to cut off the supports and to make it to where our queen's not really getting damage from everybody else while she's trying to fight that Ryan. She goes down. You know, if I could aim perfectly every time, I would. But I'm definitely not known for my aiming skills, so that is completely fine for me as we get a nice little juicy headshot. Ryan's in, no charge, so I'm going to toss his freeze. Probably force out the Transcendence if he's got it. I'll wall this behind. I think that's a good trade. That's not really much we could do there. It's outside of the fight anyway, so I think it's really good. And we force the Bob out. We could probably kill him on the way. Ryan's going to shield him like a true G. Almost got wall. I'm going to try to wall this off a little bit, I guess. Wall her up or off. There we go. That'll work out pretty nice. Remember, wall is really good about isolating enemies and splitting up the team fight, so you guys can take like a really quick 5v, like 5v2 even, or ideally a 5v1, right, against the tank. So that's why you'll see me walling the tank off a lot. It's because a really quick 5v1 against a tank and we eliminate their tank. That's basically like a free fight win right there. So I'll take that any day. All right, I'm gonna use my cryo. Our queen might go down here. I'm gonna stay in this for a second, and then we're gonna kill that Zen. There you go. Again, spam with the Reinhardt for a little bit. I can see this Ryan's probably going to be playing a little bit aggressive, so just got to be aware of that. That aggression is going to keep coming in the future rounds, most likely. Yeah, so he's doing the swinging build. the smashing. You can say whenever you see this, Reinhardt's typically are going to play more aggressive, try to get in your face more often. So as a Mei player, you do have a couple options, right? You can do the spam build like we're doing if he doesn't have speed. If he does have speed, you might have to go into an Ice Palace build where you can like play on top of walls and stuff like that. But I think at least what we got right here should be just fine. So I'm pretty happy with what we got. So going into round 2, let's keep buffing up our attack speed a little bit. Again, I don't think we really need too much lifesteal here. Now, I can get the lifesteal to try and proc the advanced antibiotics, but we're not really taking too much damage, so that's not going to proc that often. The only time I can really... yeah, no, I won't even be able to do it with Shady Spectacles and procking with the Ice Wall. So what I'm probably going to end up doing here is... using this money to either buff our damage or Shield Buster could be pretty good. Just to help us get some more attack speed when we hit the Reinhardt. I think it'd be fine. So a little bit more situational. And then, you know, let's just do some stockpile to wrap it up. So we got what, like, at max, we've got a good, like, 30% weapon speed, 10% weapon power, and a nice assortment of ammunition here. So we can just keep firing forever and never and never. So we just got to make sure that we don't get flanked while we're doing it. So we're definitely going to be playing a very, like, far away, pokey kind of build until we see how this Reinhardt's going to play, because we might have to adapt this depending on what he's doing. But especially depending on his third power, or sorry, his second power that he picks. We might need to change some things about our playstyle. You can see he's already in there. I'll get a wall here, but I'm not going to play in his swing range. I don't really need to. So just let our queen kind of eat that up. Make sure we live. He's already getting a little upset about that, so want that junk and get healed up here a little bit. Looks like the junk's kind of eating him up right now, so that's fine. We'll take the next fight. I might be able to pop this Junkrat off here real quick. Maybe if I can get a juicy wall. Oh no, the Kiri's with him. Okay, I don't know if I live this. I'll take a pick, though. They don't have res. And you know what? I'll take that, too. Let's go. I'm going to play here for a second. I don't know if I live, though. Yeah. No, I don't think I'm living that one. The Zen do be low. Possible flip here. Point flip would be really nice. That's huge. That's huge. Probably 75 to nano. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing a little fight with the JQ. Oh, she goes down quick with that Discord on her. So I like the point flip, though. That really gives us more options, because... probably by now, they probably would have had close to 60%. Going on 70, so it would have been coming down to the last fight here. So, Reinhardt charges down. I'm going to toss this, actually. We're going to... oh, don't know if I got the wall there. I did not. Force out the Transcendence. I'll take that, though. Again, that's a lot we can ask for. A lot of times, that might just be it. Keep that wall on him. Maybe get the Junkrat. Okay, let's try to play the distance here. I'm going to wall him probably right now. Big sleep. Man, this Ryan is not having a good game, man. All right, cool. So we open this up here. We should be looking pretty good. This would be a really good stagger going on. So I think that's everybody that we got here. Okay, cool. So 40% to our next ultimate. We can probably farm that up here in time. Work on the Rhine shield in the meantime. You can see it's already cracking, so if he doesn't have a shield, it's kind of hard for him to push in and really do much safely. But he'll do it anyways, so there's a nice little wall just to separate him from his team. Force the Kiri jump. That's kind of big. And the cleanse. So yeah, he goes down. So that's one of those moments where it's like, you don't really got to do much to win that fight. Just forcing out abilities, you know? I saw that as long as that Rhine was separated from his team, he was low on shield, he'll probably go down eventually, so... a lot of times, patience. This is right side for sure. Yeah, I go down. I tried to get that cry off. Oh, huge nade, though. Huge nade. We probably killed that Reinhardt, right? Nice in the Zen. Let's see what's happening on point. JQ gets charged. It's huge charge. I don't think she has shout, does she? No. Okay, so this might come down to another fight here. That's so unfortunate I got picked there. A little force extended, though. 20%. I think if our Moira can live, that's a huge pick on the Junkrat. I got touched. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we definitely get the touchers here. I'm gonna wall this. Okay, we almost got our freeze. Might not live. He's probably going to charge out. Let's try to freeze him through it. Okay, he goes for the soul shatter and the spin. Let's go, baby. We got our value there, though. Armora lives, too, which is huge, especially with Nano coming up. This is going to be really big with our JQ. So, huge nade on the Reinhardt. If we can take him out, that'd be massive.
Just part of the scientific method.
Still seeing what's happening. All right, this might flip in their favor. All right, so probably not our best round. Really the big mistake there was just getting picked. I shouldn't have pushed up that much. I was getting a little hungry to build up my ultimate. So that kind of staggered me out from the rest of the fight. And I really do think if I had lived there, we probably would have won that fight. So going forward, that's probably something I just need to watch out, is just to not push up, man. Don't push up too far. You know, I can poke a little bit back, but don't be on the open against that Ashe and stuff like that. I got a little cocky in that moment. So at this point, like, we have some options. We could play Snowball Flight. He is starting to get a little aggressive on me. So it's not a bad idea to have some more options to get out from the Rhine, especially if he's going to play aggressive like that. So what I think we could do that. I would like to see what it looks like being able to spam out his shield before he's able to get too close. So I think I might actually start upgrading this a little bit. And we're going to grab Focus Flurries first. So that's going to give us our ammo clip that we need. That's why I sold both. And some 15% attack speed. On top of that, I am actually going to grab Slow Ball. Now, I know it's been nerfed, but like in this instance, this is probably one of my best uses. It's either this or Twice as Ice to get 2 instances of wall. But I think we're going to really focus on just spamming him out during this fight. So we're going to keep that one up there. Now, I do notice that I am taking probably a decent amount of damage now. So I really don't mind getting the advanced antibiotics. And probably stay on the compensator and get the plasma converter just to proc that a little bit more. So it's going to be much easier to focus on the Reinhardt now. Let's see who else has armor to help proc with our shield buster. Basically, everybody on their team's got armor. Oh, and shield. So if I just shoot anything, that's going to proc our shield buster. So as long as I'm shooting, I'm getting that extra 15%. So they have a lot of survivability going in right now. So that should be pretty good. And I might actually even look into getting a Codebreaker next round if they're all going to keep that armor. Just for that round, probably, because they'll probably start buying out of it in the later rounds. Just since there's not really many armor-heavy items in the purple category. So wall that out. Just let the fire strike. Ryan's going to go in for the charge. And just keep our distance like this the whole time. Try to keep that pressure on him. Try to utilize a little bit of that snowball, the slow ball that we got going on. If he does charge, I got my wall ready to stop it. Just to keep that distance. He's going to go on Armora here. If I can get a shot on the Zenyatta, it'd be fantastic. Big wall here, too. Oh, that anti was really good. That was a really good anti. Okay, we go down here. I think they'll probably get that first point. Looking pretty good, though. I mean, it's a pretty decent amount of damage that we got, so pretty happy with that. 78. We'll probably get our freeze when we get back to a point. So we're going to look for the Reinhardt charge. Zenyatta has gotten a decent amount of healing and damage, so he'll probably still Transcendence it, but hopefully we can have our nade for that when he pops it, just to make sure we can secure a kill here. So wall this here for a second. That's one of the cleanses. I believe Kiri has 2 Zoo. That's it. So that's both for now. And here's the charge. Perfect timing. Freeze. And there's the Transcendence, even though we already died. So that's awesome. Let's keep an eye on that tire. That goes our JQ, but we can probably get the cap going here. Junkrat's going for the stall. I'll probably use this here. Just watch out for the trap. I'm going to make sure no one gets trapped in that, because that's basically a death sentence. Keep spamming this out. And there's the Junkrat. Cool. That should be good. And we're looking pretty good. I think we've got plenty of pressure here from that. Huge orb here. Backed up a little bit, so we should be looking pretty good going into the next point. I think Reinhardt does still have Shatter, so he might be just about ready to pop that off next fight. So we just got to be aware of that. Make sure we have our pinky ready to hit our shift button when he goes for that slam. So especially just thinking about that early is really good. Kind of ups our reaction time just having it front of mind while this is going on. So So you can see he's trying to play a little bit far up. I believe he's trying to bait us to steps before he does it. Probably help our soldier there. He was gonna go. Oh, there's the shatter. So we got time though. We got time. Definitely doable. So I'm gonna play a little slow here. A little bit slow. Junkrat's still on the right. Moira's probably set for the touch, so we at least got a guarantee, so I can play a little bit. Nice, that's huge. Probably wall that. Now I believe he's in that wall, so that's huge. And the Junkrat pick, massive. Good stall from our Moira here too. He's out. That's Transcendence as always. I'm gonna wall this off here. And what I'll probably look into getting is Ice Sheet. I think the Ice Sheet's gonna be pretty good. Just because he's kind of farming through that wall pretty quick, so I guess we'll probably lose this second round, unfortunately, but yeah, I don't think we got much to touch here. Coalescence is ready, but I don't know if she's gonna get much from that, so Ice Sheet is definitely gonna be one of our next picks, 100%. Just to stop that Reinhardt from getting too close to our teams, because he is kind of just full sending it. So I think that was probably a much better round than we played last round. I was pretty happy with that. So plenty of good spam, plenty of good of rotations, like decision making. I think it was pretty much good. So I'm gonna use that information going to the next one. The Junkrat does like to take off angles, so as long as we're aware of that, definitely pinging that for our team will help out a lot. And I believe this is yeah, okay, this is the river map. This is a much more open map, so this would be really good for our build that we got going on here. So now I did say I wanted to grab Codebreaker. Now I do have to decide whether Codebreaker or Ice Sheet is going to be more important right now. It's either that or we sell some of these to get both, but I honestly don't think that I would like. Do I want Ice Sheet enough? You know what? I think I do. I think I do want Ice Sheet enough. So I'm going to get that. I'm going to get rid of Shield Buster because that doesn't proc all the time. I'm going to get rid of Advanced Antibiotics because that doesn't proc all the time. And we're just a little bit short on that. So let's see. And Codebreaker, this would look like this. I'm probably going to end up splitting this up. So split this up for this next round just to make sure we get some extra stats here. Weapon Grease. Compensator. We've got plenty of ammo with our Focus Flurries. So we're probably going to grab maybe some survivability or... time for preparations is almost done. Let's do some ability lifesteal just to help with sustain, especially when we have our wall up. So it's not a massive amount of self-heal, but it's a little bit more versatile option. It's a little bit more consistent with the Reinhardt. Just because I can get it behind his shield, right? So if I have Plasma Converter with my weapon lifesteal, if he holds his shield up, right, I just don't get any lifesteal at all. So this is a little bit more consistent for me, especially if these brawl fights start to head out. Now we do have Ice Sheet, so I want to make sure. I do want to make sure I'm getting ready to use it, especially in a way that's gonna hinder the Reinhardt from getting to move around the map more freely. So I just got to keep an eye on where he's going here. So we see him on top. If he charges, I definitely just wall in front of it. That goes our soldier again. So there's our Moria. Let's wall that off and just create our distance. Now there is a Junkrat right there. Hopefully Arana can take care of that. She does. That's huge. Okay, probably wall myself up to the high ground if I can. There you go. Nice little pick on the Reinhardt. There you go. Maybe get a pick on the Ashe on the way out. Oh, they're so low. Just feeling so juicy there too. All right, let's get this payload. We turn this game around right here. We've got Freeze. I honestly think he's probably not close to his trance. So I might, if I can with the Reinhardt, I might actually drop this early. Maybe like... Hold on, let's wait for the Junkrat spam. Don't want to play like super aggressive. There's the Rein charge. So this, again, another really good moment to drop this. Pop this off. There's the Transcendence and Cleanse. Good nade though. Rein's one, that's massive. And they're all low now, so really just got to hit some shots. There you go, nice. Huge double there too. I'll probably go up top, see if I can pressure this out. Nah, I can't get up there from there. Okay, so there's a Kiri back there, though. As long as we're aware of that one. Make sure we peel. Probably more important to get these two supports. There you go. And Kiri should go, too. Nice. That's huge. So Reinhardt's in, I believe, so he should be able to get up here real quick. Oh, no. Yes, he's either out or he's hiding. I think he might be hiding. I'm just gonna let them know that he might be over there. just to make him aware, because he might be setting up. Oh, no, he's over there. Woo, huge. There's a Zenyatta. I might die here. Yeah, not much I can do. There's just too much spam. They all got through there. Queen tried to help, but yeah, there's just a lot at once there, unfortunately. So good fight though. That got their Bob out, which is massive. We have another freeze. I just got to assume Zenyatta has trance, but again, if I can get there early, a lot of times it's like maybe he's like 90%. So if I can get that freeze off before, that'd be huge. Especially a good wall and then or a freeze and then a wall behind the Reinhardt. Like this. It's huge. Block him with my block if he tries to charge. There's that again. So 2 ults. Got the Kyrie. That's huge. Oh man, I go down quick. That's a huge pick on the Kyrie though. That's their big heals. So we should be looking good. Nice picks here. Yeah, good round. Good place. I probably could have been a little bit more what's the word? I was a little greedy with my block there. I was kind of just planning on getting hit by a hammer, which I would have lived, but the Zenyatta helping out. I just gotta. It's one of those things. It's probably my biggest habit that I have to keep reminding myself is always cryo when in doubt. Like if you're at half health, just hit cryo if you're like in the middle of a fight, because a lot of times you can't anticipate that burst damage all happening at once. So that's probably something I need to work on a little bit. Now I can see that we are starting to, I think, frustrate the Reinhardt even more right now, which is making me want to build more into the pillars because I know that'll up my survivability. But especially with this, I think it's not a bad idea to keep this one going here, especially if we can get twice as ice. I think is what will be a really good way to poke this out, just to get more distance value with the wall. So I'm gonna grab that, and we're going to possibly, if we can here, I think maybe, so we have a couple options. We can grab Cyber Venom to prevent healing a lot, or we can just grab Icy Veins to get more damage. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. Now, we do want to keep up the weapon speed here. So this is kind of where I kind of have to come up with an option. It's either Booster Jets or Icy Veins. I think I'll probably just end up getting Booster Jets. I think that'd be good. I think Booster Jets would be pretty good. I think the spam's working out really well just because they don't have much speed. So I'm getting really good value with that. So let's keep this one up. And let's keep playing back a little bit. So we'll get rid of the shady spectacles for now, and just grab this. So this should be looking pretty good. Now I could split this up and try to get a couple things, but I think the Booster Jets is going to help us a lot, especially using that wall to separate us from the Reinhardt, getting that 10% move speed from using Booster Jets every time I use a wall to widen that gap even more is really good for our survivability. So as long as we play into our items, right? We play our distance. Make sure we use wall to separate the Reinhardt from the rest of the, like when he tries to get aggressive. It basically just negates all of his value, so. Especially if he's just going for swings. Which I haven't checked his build in a couple rounds, so that might have changed, but most of the time, 90% of the time, people just build into one thing and don't really adapt too much. Or have a plan to adapt, so you can see he just kind of goes down. As long as we keep our distance, should be looking pretty okay. All right, push up here. And I like having this amount of speed on my weapon. It just creates a lot of pressure, and you'll notice you just hit a decent amount of headshots. I love getting around like the 35% weapon speed range. Especially if you're doing split builds, if you can hit that kind of sweet spot of 35%, you'll get a lot of weapon value just out of pure weapon speed at that point. I'm going to wall this out. Just kidding. Didn't get that. Worth the risk, though. Keep working on that shield. Junkrat spam. Just got to be aware of it. Okay, we'll use that block again. Make sure. Rather safe than sorry. So that's he got trapped, so I'm gonna use that wall. Tried to lift him out of it, but I think I just wall on front's fine too. So she still goes down, unfortunately. Zenyatta's floating. He do be low though. We'll take that pick. Thank you. They haven't flipped the point yet. Let's see if we can force a Rhine charge here. Actually, it would be huge. Little wall behind just to spice it up. Now the Zenyatta is dead, so it's not a bad idea to just do this. Like that. Okay, cool. So then we can just take the next fight. Nice wall behind. Watch out for that. Oh, no. Okay, cool. My Moira didn't die with that. That's fantastic. I was like, I rotated the same way as my Moira. That's not good. Okay, it's a good pick though. We should be able to, now that we have them nice and staggered, especially with the tank. That's why the tank picks are so important, especially with Mei. If you can bully them out a little bit, they're basically just one team fights. So, and a lot of times with freeze, you really just got to be like a master of ult cooldown tracking, which is really, or alt and ability cooldown, because there's so many things that can get you out of freeze, right? With this comp, I need to make sure Ryan charges down. I need to make sure Transcendence is out of the game, and I need to make sure that Cleanse is out of the game. Especially with Tuzu, that just makes it even harder to really predict. So you don't really get many options or opportunities to really hit a good freeze, especially when you're playing against really good players that know how to like hold their cooldowns for things like that. So okay, let's get into this next fight though. It wasn't too bad. All right, going to the last fight here. Just got to be wary of getting poked out by the Junkrat really in this room. There's just a lot of spam between that and the Ashe. It's pretty easy that could be a reality, is that we just get spammed out before we can touch. So hopefully we see this. Put a wall on the Ryan. I'm not really expecting much of it. I just need to force out cooldowns, right? So we got Cleanse. And there goes our queen. Oh, so this is looking a little spicy. I'm actually going to go high ground. I think I do have enough time to touch from here just to secure a touch. So the last time they saw me was over there. So I'm going to back up here. Maybe get a backline touch. Don't know if I can kill anything. I don't think I can. The Coalescence maybe with the touch from Moira. All right, so they'll take that round. Unfortunately, we got poked out before we could get to point, so not much we could do there. I think we played that really well, though. It's looking pretty good. I think the value that we're trying to get, we are getting. So a lot of times, I mean, these rounds just are out of your hands, you know? Like, you can only do so much. And I think we did what we needed to do to give us the highest chance of success. So I'm feeling pretty good about that round. Okay, and I like the weapon speed. I honestly don't think the Icy Veins would help that much. There's not many opportunities that we've been able to get that wall off, especially with Twice as Ice. I just really haven't been able to find opportunities like that very quickly. I need to make sure that I also stock it up at the beginning, because I did forget to do that last round, especially with my block. Anytime I come out, use my block to make sure I have 2 charges of wall ready to go and use those. So maybe I just need to be more active with my wall usage a little bit. So we've got 10k. We've got a few options that we can grab here as far as abilities go. We could grab Super Flexor. I don't think we're going to want that too much. We could go up into weapon speed even a little bit more. Volskaya Ordnance is not a bad option. Salvage Slugs if we're just trying to melt that Rhine shield. Himalayan Hat's not a bad option either, especially since we're proccing it with that ice wall. This does proc with the ice wall, so we'll get that 20% weapon speed. This is supposed to be 25%, but they haven't changed it for whatever reason. Or we just get snow boots, you know, or just get snow boots and get a little bit extra speed. And, you know, I'm gonna do that. I think that'd be fun. I think snow boots would be a lot of fun here. So we'll keep the ice sheet. We'll keep this. We'll keep this. We'll keep this. So this all looks great. This all looks really good. Okay, I think we should be fine. So a nice little flat 15. Snow boots will help us, especially respawning. But setting up here early, what I can probably do is get to point and try to force out Ryan with the wall, just so I can establish like the control of the point early with wall. It'll force him to funnel through that, even though he's already in. Again, spamming him out, trying to keep our distance. Just got to be wary of the extra stuff, because we are very glass cannon-y right now. So I really can't play like super tight angles. And I always got to be aware of the Junkrat spam's coming, because he will try to knock me out. There goes our queen. Okay, it looks like they might get first point here. Just get a wall there. I don't really feel like dealing with the Reinhardt right now. Let's back it up. There you go. So still very winnable. I like this point. It's very easy to hold. See that Junkrat for a sec. Reinhardt should go down there. Perfect. Just be careful of these flanks here. I'm going to wall this off just to cut off LOS. Keep capping our point. I think we should be fine here. Our Moira goes down. As long as the Reinhardt's not able to get back in time, we should be good. We're just dying randomly now. So that's the reality that we're living in right now. He's probably going to pop his Transcendence. Nope, he just goes down. Okay. We got our freeze. I think I should be able to hold it, though. I have another wall already, so that's massive. So I'm going to keep that up. Cool. All right, then we're going to zoom to point. I think we should be able to catch him here. Nice on the Ash. See the Ryan? I can probably hit him with another wall here. There's the charge. I think we should be good. We should be able to kill him without freeze, so. There you go. That's massive. All right, 7 seconds. New wall ready to go. I might push up a little bit. Just got to be wary of that Junkrat. Our Moira is going up, so I'm going to go up too. I'm going to wall this out for them right here. There's the Rhine charge. I might even try to force out the Transcendence early. If I pop this right here. Block that. Maybe force them to push through that. I think we might go down here. That's just a lot of econ. We should, if we touch it here, if we die on point. Oh, no, we're not dying on point. That's not good. That means we're not going to get a full regroup. Okay. Well, at least we have Snow Boots to get back quickly. That might be our Moira. Yeah, and that might be game. That's unfortunate. Okay. Not much we can do. I really do feel like we played that really well. So even though that's an L, I feel like we played that game just really well, especially in the later rounds. Like, we didn't really make any mistakes. So, but again, like I said, not much you can do. Sometimes you just lose the game. You know, you can't really keep all of your team from making mistakes. You can just prevent yourself from making as many mistakes as possible. So that's going to happen. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little Saturday May talk through. Hopefully you guys are enjoying Stadium as much as I am, and I hope to see you on the battlefield here soon. Make sure to like the video and follow me on Twitch if you have not already to see all my live stuff that we got going on. So see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out, everybody.